Hi, I'm Alex and you're watching Human Nature. Now I will tell you about the meaning of life. I wish the first question I could ask everyone would be, what is the meaning of life? But I'm too polite to do it. I know that people believe in different myths, and if you want to be friendly, it's better not to argue about how close they are to reality. But I have a great pleasure meeting people who believe in evolution, because I think this is the only reasonable explanation for our existence. Living organisms have been on Earth for over 3 billion years, and less than 200 years ago, a human being finally figured out why. His name was Charles Darwin. He was the first who put together a coherent account of why we exist. It should seem that we no longer have to resort to superstitions anymore, but unfortunately, most people prefer myths to science. This is the side of human nature which I will talk about later. Now, I want to appeal to people who are not satisfied with vague answers to specific questions. With your support, I will spread the scientific approach to our nature. Even after many years, humanity still doesn't seem to understand the full scope of the evolutionary influence in our everyday life. Zoology and anthropology are still minority subjects in universities, and even those who choose to study it often make their decision without understanding its profound philosophical significance. Humanities are still taught almost as if Darwin had never lived. His work was brilliant, but during recent decades, science deepened its knowledge. Now we know about genes and the way they influence our bodies and minds. For example, Darwin thought that only the fittest organisms survive, but modern scientists think that the fight takes place on another level. This is the first video in the series based on the selfish gene by Richard Dawkins. This book examines the biology of selfishness and altruism. It touches every aspect of our social lives, our loving and hating, fighting and cooperating, giving and stealing, our greed and our generosity. The ideas of this book are simple yet shocking. First, all living things on our planet are just containers for gene transportation. Second, the only purpose of each particular gene is to copy itself. Third, every action of a living being is aimed at ensuring this copying. Every action of every living creature. Based on this assumption, it turns out that whatever actions a human would take, however we may call them, however we may justify them, these actions will be somehow connected with the purpose of DNA replication. In a nutshell, the meaning of life is to create new life. This somewhat belittles all of our cultural achievements and diminishes the value of our moral principles, which we consider to be the invention of our species. And of course, it disproves all myths that people used to explain our behavior in simplified and fictional form. But I sincerely believe that even though the information contradicts the opinion of the majority, if it has strong and proven arguments, it should be voiced and taken into account. My goal is to name aspects of human nature from the point of a scientific approach, the only approach with tangible evidence. So if you were intrigued by the name of this video, and you're not scared off by its content, then I invite you to come study human nature with me on my channel. Please like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe and get ready for a difficult but fascinating journey to self-knowledge. See ya!